Hello, Poke fans! I'm Tannis Likens, and welcome to this little video about all my favorite Pokemon across the entire series, as far as the games in each generation. So this is something that I saw PM7 did first, and then M&J TV did it next, and I figured, what the heck, why not? Let's go ahead and do this. Mostly because I'm out of ideas for making content at the moment. So, yeah, here's the deal. So we're going to go through all this. This is split up by generations here on the left. So you got generation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to 9. And then it goes through all the different types. So we got normal, fire, water, grass, electric. And it's got each of the Pokemon from that generation under these lists. So you'll catch on as we go. So let's just go ahead and start. So Generation 1, favorite normal. Favorite normal. So, okay, that's going to be an easy pick. It is Eevee. Definitely my favorite normal type. We're going to do something a little bit different here with the fire, water, and grass, because starters is selectable over here. You can see in this column we got starters right there. So I'm not going to include the starters in that generation. So my favorite fire from Gen 1 is probably going to be Arcanine. Arcanine was absolutely my favorite. Water, we're going to go ahead and go with Gyarados. Now, I will admit right now, once we get into some of the later generations, I may have to look up the names of the Pokemon, because I am not as crazy as those two and have every single Pokemon memorized. Because what are we even at now? Are we at like 7,000 Pokemon or something? I don't know how many we're at now. Favorite grass type from Gen 1. Okay. Yeah, I'm not a big grass type user. I don't really use grass types all that often. So this, we're just going to go with Tangela, just because I've always thought that that's an interesting design for Pokemon. Favorite electric type? Well, if you know anything about me and follow my channel, you already know what I'm going to pick here. It's Jolteon. Favorite ice type? Okay, so ice. Ice is another one I don't use too often, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to go with Lapras on that, because I absolutely love Lapras. It is amazing. Favorite fighting? So fighting is another one of those that I don't use too much, and we're going to go with Hitmonchan on that one, because I absolutely love Hitmonchan. Poison, again, if you've seen any of my stuff, you probably already know what I'm going to pick here, and that is Nidoking. Nidoking is one of my absolute all-time favorite Pokemon. Ground type. So this may actually come as a little bit of a shock when we do this, but my favorite ground type in Gen 1 is actually Onix. Flying types. Flying. Let's see here. So I actually use Pharaoh quite a bit, and this was in stark contrast to a friend of mine who is obsessed with Pidgeotto. I did that mostly as spite, because I wasn't a big fan of Pidgeotto, and he was constantly talking about his Pidgeotto, so I used Fearow in spite of that. We're probably not going to go with Fearow here. We're just going to go with Zubat. Zubat is one of my favorites. Psychic type. Psychic type from Gen 1. Okay, because of how difficult Abra was to actually catch, I usually skipped over it and went to Drowsy and got myself a Hypno. So, yeah. Favorite bug type? That's easy. That's going to be a Scyther. Favorite rock type? Okay, so I know we already picked Onyx, and at some point we are going to start picking the same ones, but here, believe it or not, I'm actually a big fan of Kabutops. I'm not really sure why. I've always really enjoyed that Pokemon. Probably because of its similarities to Scyther. It's always been my guess as to why I like that one. Ghost type, there's not really much to pick from here. But if you did see my video where we went to take on Whitney. We went to take on Whitney in Gen 2 and deal with her milk tank. You, we're going to go with Ghastly because I love naming them Rick Ghastly. Just because. As far as dragons, I have never been a big fan of Dragonite, but I do like Dragonair quite a bit. Dragonair is one of my favorites. Dark type didn't exist then, but uh, we gotta choose these. These aren't even real Pokemon. You can't catch these. We're just gonna go with the skeletal Kabutops. Still didn't actually exist back then. We're just gonna choose Magnemite. Fairy didn't really exist back then. I don't really care about any of these, so we're gonna go with Mr. Mime because I don't really care for the others. Okay, favorite starter. Oh, they included Pikachu and Eevee. Oh, that sucks. Well, my favorite starter is definitely Charizard. It's just what it is. Favorite gimmick Pokemon. This is going to be kind of a tough one because I am a real big fan of some of the Mega Evolutions, but I definitely thought some of the Gigantamax forms were interesting, but none of those Gigantamax forms are here. So, mm. Okay, so the only Mega form I actually used was Mega Charizard X. It was the best one of those of the original starters, and some of the others were like more difficult to get or just not really that fun. I do remember using, I think this is X Mewtwo, Mega Mewtwo X. I think this is why. I may have those backwards. Correct me on that. But believe it or not, as far as aesthetics, like how it actually looks, my favorite is Mega Charizard Y. Like I absolutely love how this looks. I think it is a much better version of the basic Charizard. And I do think that this one should have been the dragon, not the other one. Favorite legendary? Well, that's going to be easy. It's definitely Mewtwo. My favorite overall, because this is going to pick from all of them. We're just going to go ahead and do this. It's Eevee. My absolute favorite from Gen 1 is Eevee. So, Gen 2, favorite normal. What do we got here? Noctowl, Ferret. I don't... See, this is kind of hard. Because I'm not really a big fan of any of those. We're just going to go ahead and go with Noctowl. Because Noctowl was pretty cool. He did have a little bit of a niche getting Hoot Hoot early on. Favorite fire type. So again, we're going to try and keep the starters out of these. So I am going to go with Houndoom on that. I absolutely loved Houndoom. Favorite water? Ooh. You know what? We're just going to do it. I've never actually used it, but I've always liked how it looked. Politoed. I love Politoed. It's such a neat little design for it. Favorite grass type? You know, I don't really care for any of these. I guess we'll just go for Blossom. It's the only one I really care for there. Favorite electric from Gen 2. You know what? We're just going to say Ampharos because I do remember using that quite a bit in that one because that's what you had access to first. Favorite ice type? We're just going to go with Weevil? Sneasel? Sneasel? Weevil? Oh, gosh. Okay, first time we got to look one up because I don't remember the name of it. Ice. What is your name? Sneasel. I had it right the first time. Yeah, so we're going to go with Sneasel there. Favorite fighting type? We're just gonna go with Heracross on this one. Heracross is really good, though I never actually owned one. Favorite poison type? Crobat. Crobat by far was my favorite. Ground type. Believe it or not, Larvitar was actually one of my favorite ground types. It's not one that I've used too much, but I do absolutely love that one. Favorite flying? Flying. So we've already... I'm going to save Ladine for Bug. I want to save Natu for Psychic. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and do this. Murkrow. I do really enjoy Murkrow, and we're gonna use that one there. Dark. There's a different dark type that will go. Oh, we do have. Actually, we're gonna go with Natu here for flying because Psychic. We got Espeon. Espeon is one of my favorites. We got that there. Bug. Oh, we do have those here, but yeah, I already said it. We're definitely taking Ladine. I love that Pokemon. Not one I've used too much. Rock. I don't think he's going to show up anywhere else, so we're just going to go ahead and go with Tyrantor. Tyrantor? Tyrantar? Let's look it up. Make sure I'm saying that right. It's been a while. Let's see. Ground. Larvitar, Pupitar. Tyranitar. Yeah, we got it right. So yeah, we're putting him there. Ghost. Oh, Misdrevious. I don't even care that that's the only option. Misdrevious is one of my favorite ghosts of all time. I love Misdrevious. We don't really have an option for dragons here, so Kingdra we got to go with. Dark Umbreon. I absolutely love my evolutions, and Umbreon is one of the best. Steel type. Sizer. Has to be Sizer. Fairy type from this generation. I'm not really big on any of these, so we'll go with Azumarill, just because. Just because. As far as starters from this generation, we're going with Typhlosion. No question on that. Favorite gimmick from this? Really, the Mega Sizer is my favorite gimmick. Favorite legendary from these. So the Dog Trio is one of my favorites because of how early it was in Pokemon history, and it wasn't before all these weird Pokemon started coming out, so they were kind of a little bit different. But believe it or not, we're not going to go with any of those. We're not going to go with Ho-Oh, and I've never been a big fan of Celebi, so we're going with Lugia. And my favorite overall from this one, it almost pains me to even think about doing this, but I kind of have to. My favorite overall is Sizer. It absolutely hands down has to be Sizer from this one, even though I really want Espeon, but Sizer is just absolutely amazing. Okay, Gen 3. Normal types. Believe it or not, I'm actually going to go with Skitty on this one. I love Skitty. I've never used Skitty, but if I had like a house Pokemon, like something that wasn't carried with me or anything, but something that was more of a pet, it'd be Skitty. Favorite fire type. Okay, so we're leaving out the starters. It's got to be Torkoal, because it was the only other fire type available in the game that was even worth anything. Favorite water. Favorite water. Yeah, we're just gonna go with it. So my favorite water was definitely Sharpedo. I absolutely love Sharpedo. It's a great Pokemon. Love that thing. Grass types. This is. I'm not really. I never used any of the grass types in this generation. I didn't like any of them. So this is going to be more of an aesthetic thing. I didn't like Tropius. Barumalig? Barum? Barrelum? Whatever its name is. I gotta look it up, of course. Give me a second. Breloom? Breloom. Was never really a big fan of Breloom. And most of the others I'm not really big on either. And I don't really want to pick any of the ones that I don't remember the name of. Like Cacturn, not a big fan of. Kakina, not a big fan of. Hoppip, Skiploom, Jumpluff, not a big fan of. This is going to be kind of a hard one because I'm not a fan of any of these. We're just going to go with Tropus just because it's the only one that I really know the name of. So we're just going to go ahead and choose it. Favorite electric. Okay, I'm going to have to go with plus and minus on this. Just out of pure spite, I do not like the design of whatever his name is. Yeah, I told you. Coming into this, I don't have them all memorized like some other people. Where are you at? Where are you? Oh, we're in the wrong. So we need to be in Ruby and Sapphire. Go here. This will make it a lot easier to find you. This is one of the games where I didn't like any of the new Pokemon at all. Manstrick? Manectric? Manectric. Not a big fan of that one, so plus and minus have to be one of those two. Um, this one I am going to have to look up. It is one of my favorites, but I can never remember its name. What is his name? Glalie? Yes. Yes. We're just going to kind of skip over that a little bit. So this, like I said, this is one of the generations that I absolutely hated all the Pokemon, so it's no surprise that I don't remember the names of them. I'll remember the names of the ones I really enjoy, but ones that I didn't, like this generation is probably going to be that way all the way down the line. Like I barely remember some of the names because I didn't like them. Um, this is going. We're just going to do that because. Well, wait. What are we on? We're on fighting. That's fine. We can pick him. Where's fighting? Fighting. That's electric. That's fighting. Where are you at? Hariyama? Hariyama. We're just gonna go with Hariyama on that. Not a big fan of the other ones. Seviper. I absolutely love the design of Seviper. I think it looks really good. And it's our second actual snake in the entire series, so I wish it was a little bit better, but Survivor was really cool when they introduced it. What we got? We got ground. Ground. We're just gonna go with Flygon on that one. Not a big Flygon fan, but of the ground types from this generation, that's probably gonna be my pick. Favorite flying. Probably Tallow. Yeah, we're just gonna stick with that. Uh, Psychic, because you are gonna end up over there. Oh, we need. I think its name is Spoink. Is that it? Is it Spoink? Where are you? No, not Spoink. Grumpig. Grumpig. I absolutely loved Grumpig. I thought it was a really cool addition that we finally got like a pig type Pokemon, and it looked very different, and it was an interesting psychic to grab. What are we on? Favorite bug type? Oh, that's gonna be easy. That's Ninja Mask. Uh, Man, I probably should have put like a note or something beside me that had the name of all the Pokemon. That way I'm not constantly flopping back and forth trying to figure out what the name of it is. I'm pretty sure it's Ninmask or something. Ninjask. Ninjask, yeah. Easily my favorite bug. What are we on? Favorite rock. Well, I want to save Aaron for steel. So favorite rock, probably the fossil in this one. Amaryl or something. Where is rock on this list? I promise this will get better once we get to generations that I actually really enjoy. Like this is gonna be a rough one to try and get through. Where are you at? Armaldo is its name? Okay, Ghost. There's not too many ghosts in this generation, and though I never really had one, and it was very difficult to get because I didn't know about it. Shedinja. I really like the design of Shedinja, and it's a very unique Pokemon as far as how you get it, where it comes from, and all that. I don't think there's a single Pokemon out there that you capture or get simply because you have another one. So that's a very different thing going on there. Favorite dragon, easily Shalmance. Love that one. Favorite dark type. I really like Mightyena, but I have to admit I have a soft spot in my heart for Absol. Absol is like absolutely amazing. I love that one. Same for Aaron. I can't remember your name. And again, I do apologize for constantly doing this, and I'm probably going to say that like a million times. Agaron. Agaron was really fun to have, though it took forever because he leveled up so slow. Favorite fairy type? I've definitely saved this for now. And my mind just went poof. That is one of my favorite Pokemon. Why? Oh. Oh, really? We're going to play this game, huh? It is one of my favorite psychic fairy. Gardevoir. Oh my gosh. I don't know why I did that. Okay, favorite starter. Okay, I absolutely hate Gen 3 starters, though they are not the worst starters out there, in my opinion. I don't like them at all. So with that being said, just know with a grain of salt when I say that my favorite is Blaziken, is probably only number 2 on my list of which starter I would actually use out of all of them. Um, not a huge fan of Blaziken at all. Not a huge fan of Sceptile or wow. You know what? We're just gonna keep going on because apparently my brain doesn't want to work right now, and I can't think of it. Favorite gimmick form. Favorite gimmick form of all these. So these are all, yeah. Every one of these are mega forms because they didn't have much else. Um, believe it or not, my favorite mega form here is actually you. I don't know your name. Again, we're gonna do this for the 9 millionth time. Mega Molly. Mega Molly, because this thing just looks really cool. I don't think I ever had one, nor did I ever use one. And yes, I just leaned out of camera, but that's beside the point. My favorite legendary from here, and holy cow, I did not realize they had so many legendaries in this one. That might be part of the problem. We're just gonna say that my favorite legendary from this is Rayquaza, because I I'm not a huge fan of all the legendaries. Yeah, we're just gonna go with Rayquaza. Favorite overall from this generation. Um, we're just gonna we're gonna say Shalmance. I really it could be Shalmance, it could be Absol, or it could be Gardevoir. one of those three would probably be my favorite, but Shalmance is one of those that I actively try to get, even if I don't use it. And that is definitely the wrong button. Oh, we can zoom this out. Okay, cool. Okay, favorite normal Gen 4. Favorite normal from Gen 4. I wasn't really a big fan of the bird. Oh, yeah, definitely. Munchlax. I love this little guy. He's so funny. I love that little thing. Okay, favorite fire. Again, we're going to skip over the starter. And that leaves us with absolutely Jack. Okay, so we're going to break that rule here. I'm going to go with Manferno. That way we can save our favorite starter as Infernate. Favorite water from this one? Oh gosh. This guy, I hate you so much. We're just going to go with the Gaslam. Yeah, we're going to go with the East form. Favorite grass type? Leafeon, yes, we have to have Leafeon. I love Leafeon. That's probably one of the few grass types I do like to use on occasion. Favorite electric type? Luxio, no question about it. Favorite ice type? I gotta have Glaceon. Glaceon is absolutely amazing. Favorite fighting type? And this is where it's going to start getting interesting because I really love Lucario. Let's see, what we got under Steel? Okay, yeah, we can make Lucario our favorite Steel type. I'm just going to go ahead and click on that. And what have we got on Psychic? Well, we got Psychic-wise here. Okay, so that'll work there. We're gonna go ahead and put Glade here. I absolutely love Glade. That's been a Pokemon that has routinely been one of my two catching Pokemons for many years. The other one being Scyther. So whichever one I get to first. Favorite poison type? I'm not really a big fan of any of the poison types here, especially the stupid Skunk Tank. I don't like Skunk Tank. I want to say you, but I know I'm thinking of the wrong name. I've got to look him up. Toxicroak. I'm not really a huge fan of Toxicroak, but yeah, we're just gonna go with that. Favorite ground type. Yeah, we're just gonna go with Gibble. No, we're not gonna go with Gibble because that needs to be, yeah, Gibble needs to be my favorite dragon type. So my favorite ground type. Hmm. Hippotos? Just because if M&J TV sees this, he's going to be like, that's not how you say it. Because I remember watching that on one of his videos a while back, and it made me laugh. Um, favorite flying type? That just depends on what is available in Bug and both of these, so I could have these either or. Because they're in both categories. And I need to go over here and look it up because I don't remember either one of these guys' names. Let's see here. Where are you at? It's not Masculine. Mascarin. No, that's not right. That's not right. Mothium. We're gonna put Mothium as the flying type, and we're gonna put Vespiquen as the bug type. Psychic. Oh, right. And so we got our legendary trio, bronze. We've already got Glade on there. We're just gonna go for Mime Junior. Like, why not? Mime Junior. We'll pick Mime Junior for that. Favorite rock type. Oh, that's an easy one. I'm not gonna bother looking you up this time. Favorite ghost. Frostlass. I love Frostlass. I always make a point of trying to catch one. Favorite dark type from this. Favorite dark type. I'm not really sure what to pick here. I'm not gonna look your name up because I just don't feel like it. Oh, favorite fairy, we're just gonna go with Togekiss because we already have Mime Jr. over there. Favorite starter, definitely Infernape. I absolutely love Infernape from this one. Favorite gimmick form. So we got Mega Lopunny, Mega Glade, Mega Garchomp, Mega Lucario, and Mega Abomasnow. Um, we're gonna go with Mega Lucario just because. Favorite legendary? My favorite legendary from this Pogia. Da, 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 da. Eh, eh, I don't really. I don't really have a favorite legendary from this one. I really don't. So we're just gonna go with Darkrai. Darkrai as my favorite legendary. My favorite overall from this. So this is gonna be really difficult because there's quite a few in this particular set that I love. I'm a big fan of Lucario and Glaceon. I love Luxio. I love or Luxray. Luxray. I love Glade. Glade is a amazing Pokemon. I love Lucario and Infernape. Like this is a really tough one. I'm not sure what my favorite overall would be, so we're gonna go with Infernape on that, even though that's probably not 100% true. There's room for a couple of those other ones to be my favorite amongst all of them. Okay, so Gen 5. Gen 5 normal. Oh gosh, this has got the watchdog. Braviary was a good Pokemon. The the deer were kind of cool. I did not like this generation's bird Pokemon. I thought the bird thing was just kind of overdone at that point. I was tired of seeing new birds that were normal. I'm going to go with you because that was a very different, like, normal. Of course, I've got to go scrolling through all this to see. Where are you at? Ondine, Aduin. Aduin. Aduin was definitely my favorite of those normals there. It was a really interesting take on a normal type. I kind of liked it. It was kind of the replacement for Chansey, and it just was an alternative kind of cutesy Pokemon that I really was a big fan of. Favorite fire type from this generation? We're gonna have to like we're just gonna do this straight up through all three of them. We're gonna have to go with the monkeys. Love these little guys so much. They're so fun. Um, but all three of those has to be the monkeys. My favorite electric type. I absolutely love this thing for a couple reasons. Um, I thought this was a really cool electric type when they introduced it, and it has been one of those that I try to make a point to get, and that is Galvantula. Ice type. Okay, not a big fan of any of the ice types. We're just gonna pick one. I don't even know its name. I don't have it memorized. What are we at? Fighting. My favorite fighting from this one. So this one didn't really introduce any fighting types that I thought were really cool. We're just gonna pick melodic, melatonin. Oh gosh, just because, and I definitely need to look it up because Melatot. Just because we need just to get one of these mythical Pokemon in here. I really like that one, and that is something I need to put on my list somewhere on there because it was a really cool one. As far as poison types, I'm not really a big fan of the mushroom. I'm not really a big fan of more garbage and more humanized, like not humanized, but like you can see human influence on Pokemon. Like a garbage that becomes a living Pokemon, not a big deal. Not a huge fan of. The centipede, I don't like the centipede at all. We're just gonna pick the middle stage of the centipede because I see them all the time. Um, let's see, favorite ground. Favorite ground. Okay, I'm not a big fan of any of these. We're just gonna go with the crocodile simply because of the motif that I see all the time. Of it's like if Steve Irwin were a Pokemon trainer, and it shows all the different gator-esque Pokemon with him. So we're just gonna go with that. Favorite flying type from this. You know what? We're gonna do something a little bit interesting. We're gonna go with Woobat because I always thought Woobat was kind of funky looking and really enjoy it. Favorite psychic type? Are you a ghost too? What are you? No, you're not a ghost. Uh, well, we got to do it anyway. I absolutely love this guy, even though I can't remember his name. He's one of those that I really like it, but I never really use it. Um, your name is Riunculus? Riunculus? Something like that? Bug Pokemon. So we already got Gavantula for our electric. We've already got the Centipede for our poison type. I absolutely hate Durants simply because they're so flippin' annoying having a steel type that early. And unless you've got a decent fire or you took the fire starter, they're a pain in the butt to deal with. You know, we're just gonna go with the mantis because I thought the mantis motif was kind of cool. It was kind of interesting. Rock type. Okay, I want to go with yet another fossil Pokemon. I really do. If I can see straight because I can't read these at all. And it is Carcosta? Carcosta? Something like that. Favorite ghost type. Oh, yeah. I forgot about these things. We're just gonna go with the Clockwork Golem, just because. Favorite dragon, not a real big fan of any of these, so Hydrogen? You can see I'm struggling here with names. And that probably means a lot of people are going to click off and be like, well, he doesn't know any of these. Yeah, I don't know the ones that I don't like. If I don't Hydreigon, if I'm not a big fan of it, I don't try to memorize their names. I don't have every single Pokemon memorized. Favorite Dark type, that's easily going to be Bisharp. I absolutely love Bisharp. Bisharp's a great one. Though we could have picked that for our still. You know what? We're gonna put that as our favorite Dark type. We're gonna put Zoric because I love this guy. The werewolf motif just is great. Um, Favorite fairy, we don't have many choices, so it's just going to be Whimsicott. Favorite starter, this is another generation where I'm not a big fan of the stars, so I just did my normal thing. As you can tell, we got a tradition going on. I went with fire. That's what I used throughout that. Favorite gimmick, well, you're not giving me too many options here, so we'll go with the gimmick Aduin. Favorite legendary from this? Actually, believe it or not, my favorite legendary from this generation is actually Victini. I love Victini, little fire psychic little guy. I love it. Um, my favorite overall from this generation, ugh, I mean, there's a couple of really good ones, but I would almost have to say it would be Galvantula. I love that electric tarantula. I love it so much. It's so cool looking. Okay, so now we're up to Gen. What are we on? Gen 6? Gen 6. Favorite normal. You know what? I hate to do this, but we are going to go with Furfur for our favorite normal. And then for our favorite fire type, I am going to go with Talonflame. For our favorite water type, I'm going to have to break our rule. I'm going to go with Frogadier on that because I'm not a big fan of any of the others. Favorite grass type from this? Kagoat. We're going to go with Kagoat. Favorite electric from this one? So this one didn't have any of its own original electrics other than Dedenne and that thing. I didn't really care about Manectric. So we're just gonna go with the Pikachu on that one. I know that's just Pikachu costumes from these, but we're just gonna go for it. Favorite ice? It's gotta be that one. It's gotta be favorite fighting type. Okay, I've got to pick Pancham on that because I absolutely love Pancham. Pancham's one of my favorites. Um, for that particular game, Pancham was actually my catching Pokemon. He's the one that I had false swipe on. Favorite poison type? Well, I'm just gonna go with the Mega Beedrill on this one because I really enjoyed Mega Beedrill. It was really cool. What do we got? Favorite ground type? These are all. Yeah, we're just gonna go with Zygarde on that one. Flying type. Favorite flying type. I'm not really sure what my favorite flying type should be. I have an idea, but I don't know if that's going to be something that is used somewhere else. Yeah, we're just gonna go with Noivern on that. I absolutely love this guy. He's amazing. I love that little guy. Okay, so favorite psychic type. Believe it or not, I actually really enjoyed the Meowstics. Now, unfortunately, they got the male and female split up here, so we're just gonna pick the male one there. Um, Favorite bug. I mean, the yeah, we're just gonna go. We're gonna go with that one. I don't know why, but the pink one was always like really cool to me. What are we on? This is favorite rock type. Yeah, it's gonna have to be absolutely. I've loved that guy so much. He's another one that I go absolutely out of my way to try and get. Like a giant T-Rex on my Pokemon team. Heck yeah. And including its shiny, which editing me when I get to it. Try and put a shiny up there. Um, Even though my brain's doing its thing right now and I can't think of the name of it. Tyrantium. Put a shiny Tyrantium up there because I absolutely love that guy. He's great. What are we on? Ghost type? We're just gonna pick Aegislash just because. Not not something I really use. Dragon type. Yeah, that's gonna be Goodra. Definitely gonna be Goodra on that one. Favorite Dart type. Hmm. You know what? We're gonna go because we're gonna have a lot of megas to choose from on this one, and I just want to get it out there. So Mega Absol, I absolutely love that, especially the wings that it gets. Steel type. Yeah, okay, steel type on this. Um, yeah, we're gonna have a repeat here from an earlier one. We're gonna go with the Mega Scyther, Scizor, Scyther, Mega Scizor. Fairy type. Oh, this has got to be Sylveon. Again, with the edits, let's see if I can remember to put a shiny Sylveon up there, and that's absolutely amazing. I love that. Okay, so what we got? Favorite starter? That's got to be Greninja. Greninja, hands down. And as you can see, it broke the chain of constantly using fire. Greninja was just absolutely amazing. I love that guy to death. Favorite form? Okay, so we got all the megas here. And really, I don't want to pick a repeat on a favorite mega. So, from the game standpoint, this is when they introduced some megas. And all of them had different things going on for them. Some of them looked really cool, some of them looked kind of derpy, but overall, they all changed up and gave the Pokemon more power. And we have a few megas on here, I do believe. So we got Mega Beedrill up there. We got Mega Scyther. I said it again. Mega Scyther up there. We got Mega Lucario up there as well. And then we even have Mega Charizard Y. Um, and there's one that we don't have that is one of my favorites. And I think it's Mega X Mewtwo. Mega Mewtwo X. I think that's the fighting psychic type. Where the other one, I don't remember what it was. It was like psychic flying or something. Was not a big fan of that, but the psychic fighting really made sense for me. Um, we could put that one up there because that is a really cool one. But I really feel like we got Mega Lucario up there. Did I say that one? Not really sure. Yeah, I gotta do it. Even though I'm not a big fan of that generation's Pokemon, um, just 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 to show that there is a little bit of lenience with Generation 3, I am going to do Mega Blaziken because I think that one is probably the best looking Mega of all the starters. I don't know what it is about it, but I think it looks the most amazing out of all of them. Favorite Legendary from X and Y from Generation 6. We're just going to go with Xerneas. I absolutely love Xerneas. It's a great one. Favorite overall Pokemon from this generation? Yeah, we're gonna have to pick another starter. It's gotta be Greninja. It's gotta be Greninja. All right. Uh, Generation 7. Favorite normal, that's gonna be Beware. I love Beware. It's so crazy. Favorite fire. Okay. This is another generation that's gonna be really tough because I hated this generation. I didn't like any of the starters in this one. And I don't like any of its fire Pokemon that it introduced in this at all. I can't stand them. So we're gonna go with the bird just because. As far as the water, again, not a huge fan of any of these Pokemon. Yeah, we're just gonna pick something at random there because I don't like. Okay, so this one is a little bit different. Fomantis was a lot of fun. I thought it looked really cool. It was very interesting, so we're gonna go with that. I want to save the Raichu from this one for later. I actually was on the opposite end. I did not like Vikavolt. I really don't like Togedemaru. I can't stand that Pokemon. I hate it. So we're gonna go with the Alolan Geodude, just because. Ice, yeah, we're gonna go with Alolan Ninetales. Fighting. I mean, like, what were they thinking with some of these designs? They look so terrible. I mean, we've already got Beware on there. I'm not gonna put Beware again. I don't like the Abominable Crab. I don't like the monkey. I don't like the pseudo-legendary that they introduced that isn't even really a legendary, or a pseudo-legendary. Um, I don't like any of them. I hear a lot of people talk about Mershadow. I never had a Mershadow, so we're just going to put it there. Favorite poison type? Again, just not a huge deal. We're just going to pick the Ultra Beast because it's the only one that I really know of. Favorite ground type? We're going to go with Mudsdale on that one. Just because. Favorite flying type? Again, with the regional bird, I didn't think this... This to me spoke like it's a woodpecker. And then suddenly it's a toucan? Like, this evolution never made sense to me. I hated it. And I still do. So we're just going to pick one of the bird forms at random. Psychic. So you'll notice right off that most of these are legendaries. Like, why? So we're gonna go with the Alolan Raichu just because. Favorite bug. Again, just kind of ridiculous, but for some reason I do like Cutiefly. I'm not really sure why. I did really like it. For rock, we're definitely going with a Lycanroc on that one. It doesn't really matter the form. I really enjoyed all of them. For ghost type, we're just going to do Palossand, which I'm not sure which one that is, just to spite PM7 if he ever sees this. Just to spite him. And hopefully he watches it all the way through and sees that. I know we've messed up the names quite a bit and we can't remember them, but, you know, whatever. Favorite dragon? Why? Why does this thing even exist? I don't know its name, so don't ask. Don't click off the video. But why? This thing, it looks so dumb. We're gonna pick this one's pseudo legendary and just be done with that. Favorite dark type? Okay. As far as regional variants go, I don't like the Meowth in this one. So we're just gonna go with the Rattata, just because it was different. Like, they changed the typing of it. It was interesting. Favorite steel type. First off, I want you to look at this and notice that the majority of this is legendaries. So for steel, we're actually going to go with the Alolan Sandslash because it was, again, another interesting change. Why they went for ice on this one, I don't really know, but, you know, we're going to go with it. Fairy type. Again, where most of these are legendaries. And I'm not a big fan of any of them. We're just going to go with the Cutiefly, and that's going to be our first and only repeat in a single line, because I don't know what else to put there. What do we got? Favorite starter. Oh my gosh. I hate these starters. I hate them. These are worse than Gen 3 starters. Like, they are so terrible as far as how they look. Um, if we're gonna go with the like base form, the very first form of the starters, I'm gonna have to go with Litten, because a cat starter Pokemon seemed really cool. And then its second stage is kind of nice. And then we get this, whatever this third stage is. Like, they went into mass wrestler style with that, and it's terrible. Decidueye arguably is the better one there, but I can't, because I'm not a big grass starter. Like, grass starters are probably the worst starters of all types. I can't do that. Pri- Primarine, whatever this thing's name is, just looks retarded. Like, it's just as bad as a stupid fire luchadore. I can't. So it's got to be Litten. Litten gets a pass for me. Um, Gimmick form. So this doesn't have a whole lot of anything. It's just got all the different types. So we got Alolan Ninetales, we got Alolan Sandslash, we got Alolan Rattata, we got Alolan Raichu, we got the Alolan Geodude. I'm gonna have to go with the Alolan Marowak on this one, just because it's the only one that I think is interesting. It's the only other one that we haven't picked already. Um, Legendaries, like, come on. I don't. I wasn't a big fan of their legendaries. Like, the main legendary, the box legendary, is ultimately just a common Pokemon. That's all it is. It's just a common. That's going from dimension to dimension, laying its egg, leaving behind a child, and then it starts the pattern all over again. So it's really just a common. Not a big fan of it. So really, I've got to go with Zygarde on that, simply because there's nothing else worth it out of there. Um, as far as my favorite overall from this generation, well, that's gonna have to be Alolan Ninetales, just because it was really cool, um, literally. So yeah, let's move on to Gen 8. Gen 8 are our normal Pokemon. And apparently this has also got the Legend of Arceus stuff in it too. Um, so starting off, I'm going to have to go with Wooloo. I love Wooloo. I have no idea why. It's kind of like as weird as M&J TV's, as Mikey's obsession with cast form. I don't know why I like Wooloo, I just do. Fire type. Fire type. Yeah. I want to save the starters for the starter line over there. So for fire type, we're probably just going to go with the coal. I can't think of the name of that thing, but I use that quite a bit for hatching eggs. I always had one that had flame body and would hatch up a bunch of eggs. Water types. Water types. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of the turtle. I wasn't a big fan of the water bird or any of these. So we're just gonna have to go with the turtle, just because I'm not a big fan of them. Grass type. Um, it's got the Hisuian forms. I never really cared for any of the Hisuian forms, so we're really just gonna have to pick a starter there, because there's nothing else to really do there. Electric. I do like my Bolton Bolt Hound. Is it Bolt Hound? I think it's Bolt Hound. There's just been too many. There's just been too many games, too many Pokemon. It's hard to remember them all. I'm pretty sure it's Bolt Hound. And apparently I skipped it. Yep. Bolton. Yeah. So he's going to be our electric. As far as ice types, I wasn't a huge fan of any of these guys, but I will have to give Mr. Rhyme a little bit of praise there because I did use him for the majority of my playthrough once I got a hold of the Galarian Mr. Mime. And yeah, I did enjoy using him. Where are we at? Fighting type? Okay, fighting types. For again, like the previous videos, like notice first thing that there's a lot of legendaries here. I'm not a big fan of any of the fighting types, so we're just gonna go with Sir Fletch because I think that's a really cool looking one. I never used him, but you know, whatever. Poison, not a huge fan of him, so we're just gonna go with the traditional guy there because he was really cool. I did like it. They had this kind of punk rock thing going on. Didn't use him, but he does get a pass for me. Ground types, okay, Sandaconda, because it's pretty funny looking. No other reason. As far as flying type, I really want to save Corviknight for the steel type, but I am going to go with Rockadee here on flying type because Rockadee was my first Pokemon catch in Sword. Not only was it my first Pokemon catch, it was also my first shiny in the game. Like literally 5 minutes into the game, I hadn't even done anything yet, and I'm walking through the very first path, and I just happened to spot a yellow bird right there. And hopefully, again, if editing Natanz will take care of it, put it up on the screen because it just shocked me. I was completely taken off guard by the fact that there was a shiny Pokemon this bloody early in the playthrough. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, not even 5 minutes into the game, and there's a shiny Pokemon right there. So I got to give Rockadee. I've got to give it that. Favorite bug, Orbeetle. I freaking love this guy. He's so cool, especially the whole UFO kind of look to him. So, what are we on? Oh no, that's on Psychic. No, 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 no. We could save you for Fairy. We got you over there. We're just gonna put Hatron on there because I did think it was really cool. Favorite rock type. Okay, so we already used the turtle. We've already got the coal, whatever its name is. I wasn't a big fan of the Stonehenge Pokemon. This guy from Legends of Arceus was really cool. I thought it looked very interesting, so we're just gonna go ahead and throw that there. Ghost type. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and use it. The Legends Arceus, the Typhlosion was Fire Ghost in there, and that was a really cool idea. Typhlosion is one of my favorite fire starters, but he's also one of the ones that I'm least likely to pick because it is the weakest fire starter of all of them. I still would choose it over some of the others because I think they look horrible. Like, notice how on all of these we have mostly final evolutions, and then there's Litten. So, yeah, the Legends Arceus Typhlosion definitely gets a pass for me. Dragon types. Okay, these are all kind of weird. I'm just going to go with Dragapult, I think its name. Just going to go with it and keep moving on. Favorite dark type. I am going to have to go with Grimmsnarl on this because Grimmsnarl was really, really fun, and I really enjoyed that Pokemon throughout my gameplay. Oh, I'm not going to put Corviknight here because I'm going to put the Galarian Meowth. Yeah, we'll pick the Meowth because I actually know that's name. Its evolution is really cool. That was very fun, very unique, and it earned me a lot of coin throughout that gameplay. Um, that was a Pokemon that I used for a long time, just throwing it out there and spamming Payday over and over again. And being that it was a Steel type, it was also very hard for any random Pokemon to hurt or any random trainers. So once I got an amulet coin, put it on there, I was just making bank with that guy. Loved him. Did me a lot of good throughout the game. Okay, fairy type. So I've got to go with the Galarian Rapidash. I absolutely love the Galarian Rapidash. It's amazing. Okay, favorite starter. So this is one that's going to be kind of hard for me to even pick. I am going to pick Cinderace right off the bat. We are going to go there. But the reason it's hard for me to pick, um, first off, Rabloom, if I'm even saying that close to correct, being a drummer motif, I'm a drummer. Yeah, absolutely love that. Um, Inteleon has a kind of James Bond spy motif. Big fan of James Bond, big fan of spy films, so yeah, that one absolutely gets a pass for me. Cinderace being a soccer player also gets a major pass for me, and the whole rest of the world, I do apologize. I just said soccer instead of football, but it's just for my American counterparts to understand which sport I'm talking about. So I really love that. Absolutely did play soccer growing up. And as far as the Legends Arceus Pokemon, I would pick Typhlosion. Decidueye, I was never a big fan of the whole Robin Hood kind of aspect of a grass type. It never made sense to me. Um, and then the water samurai I never liked. I think that's probably one of the worst designed water types if it weren't for Pre Marina or whatever its name is. Yeah, not a huge fan of that. Okay, what is this? The forms? Is this the gimmick forms? Gimmick forms. So most of these are going to be the Gigantamax and the alternate versions like the Hisuian forms. Oh, we got the legendary birds up there too. I do want to pick a Gigantamax. However, yeah, we're gonna pick a Gigantamax because this UFO was just so cool. I love it. And that also frees me up for the legendary from this because I want to pick one of the legendary birds. I still have yet to catch them all in my playthrough. That's because I have been doing other things in that. Um, but the redesign of the legendary birds I thought was really cool. Now, Mikey did pick Moltres in this as his, I think it was his favorite legendary from this. I'm going to go with Articuno on this, simply because Articuno was one of my favorite legendaries when the games first came out, when I started back in Gen 1. And I really enjoy Articuno, and I want Articuno on the list somewhere. Favorite overall Pokemon from this generation? Hmm. God, there's a couple of them here that I really just want to continue having. So, Cinderace, absolutely amazing. Loved it. I love the Steel type Meowth. Grimmsnarl was a lot of fun to use. Um, Galarian Rapidash is pretty cool. I love that. I love that Pokemon. Rookidee is always going to have a place in my heart because of how hilarious that shiny was. again from earlier. Not even 5 minutes into it, and that thing spawned. That was like hilariously cool. I do recommend not evolving it to Corviknight because it loses its really cool gold coloring, but yeah, Corviknight, shiny Corviknight is not that good, and hopefully I'll remember to put that up there. But yeah, so favorite, it's kind of a toss up because there's so many good ones from this generation. There's so many of them that I really enjoyed. In fact, some of these slots I wish I could put a couple more on there. Um, I've got I'm gonna have to put Grimmsnarl. And the only reason I'm putting Grimmsnarl there is because that was one of the Pokemon on my team that I beat the game with. Um, so it's gonna have to be Grimmsnarl. Unfortunately, Galarian Rapidash I don't think was on my team just yet because I bought Sword and Galarian Rapidash is in Shield, so I had to trade for it. But yeah, it's gonna have to be Grimmsnarl on that one. Okay, uh, now we're to Gen 9. So our normal types, and the thing you got to know about Gen 9 is I am only 4 gym battles into the game, so I'm not even halfway done with the game yet. So a lot of these I'm not really sure about. I haven't seen them. I haven't played with them, so I don't really have that much of an opinion on these. And more importantly, I don't really know their names either. I don't have them memorized. So yeah, I don't really care about the pigs here. I am going to go with the little bicycle guy simply because I think that's a really cool design. I think it is a really dumb design as well, but you know, it is what it is. Fire types. So I know Mikey chose this guy. I don't remember what he said the name is. But this is one of the ones that I thought was really cool. Unfortunately, I ended up getting Violet, so I'm not going to have access to him. I'm going to get the other one, but still. Water. Okay. I've just got to do it because they finally gave us a real dolphin in Pokemon. I've just got to do that. Just because. Grass types. You know, I've got to go with the Scovel simply because that's a really cool and niche Pokemon. Like, if you don't get the reference there, it's about the Scoville level of spiciness in food. So I think that's absolutely amazing. I love it. I don't think I'm ever going to use it. I don't think I'm ever going to catch it, but it is pretty. It is pretty funny. Let's see, electric. So I haven't really used. I haven't even caught the new electric mammal, so I've got no opinion on that. I did fight one of these little belly drum electric water types. Very annoying because I was like, how do you actually hurt this thing? Because if I use ground, it's going to destroy me with its water moves. If I try and use electric, well, electric's not going to work on it very well either. So it absolutely wrecked me the first time I came across one of those. Um, Again, with a regional bird, at least we get another bird that has a different typing. The last one we got was Talonflame. Technically the Oricoros, but they have like 4 different types, but they're all the same Pokemon technically. Um, yeah, I really don't know what to pick here, so we're just gonna go with the bird, simply because I don't know what to pick there. Ice, I don't really have any knowledge of any of these. I don't know what any of these are just yet. So we're gonna go with you because you look kind of cool. Fighting types. Yeah, I am not picking the stupid starter. The starter in this one is absolutely horrid. I would like to pick Valiant, but I think I'm going to save Valiant for the fairy type. So we are going to go with the monkey, because for those that don't know, I do believe that that is a reference to Ultra Instinct Goku. Um, Poison type. I don't know what any of these are. That looks like the car thing, which is probably the dumbest thing. We're not going to pick that. Yeah, we're not going to pick you. We'll go with that Whooper. I don't like Whooper at all. What do we got now? Ground. Yeah, again with these. We'll go with the Great Tusk. I've got Violet, so Great Tusk is not in mine. I've got the other one. I do happen to know its name. Flying type. Okay, I've not been very impressed with the flying types in this one. I'm just gonna go with the Flamingo because it's so dumb that they even did a straight up Flamingo. I don't know why they did that, to be perfectly honest. Psychic types. We'll go with Faraffarig, just because. New bug types. I like the idea of another spider type that would give us 3, but this spider is so stupid looking that I can't. This thing is annoying. I don't like anything that references this Pokemon here. Not a huge fan. Can you even see my mouse moving around on the screen? I don't even know if you can see that. Volcarona, not a big fan of. We're just gonna go with that guy because I've seen far too many of them. What is this? Rock type. Yeah, I kind of like the idea that they finally made a crab that was a rock. So yeah, we're definitely gonna pick that as our rock type. What is this? Ghost. Yeah, this is the whole reason I got um, Violet, because I really wanted that little guy. So he's gonna be our ghost type. Our dragon type. I don't even know what dragons there are. So I don't have access to the moon Pokemon. I don't know what its name is. And the legendaries for the box legendaries for this make no sense to me, because it's this guy's like evolution. That's all it is. It's an evolution based on time. Like, this is its past evolution. Like, if you send it to the past, it'll evolve into this. It's kind of like trade evolution. So if you send this guy to the past, it'll evolve into this. You send it into the future, it evolves into this. That is not a legendary. That is just a common. I hate it. It is so dumb. Like, I don't know what they were thinking with this generation of Pokemon. Um, I don't even know what the heck this thing is. I think I've seen some of them. I haven't caught one yet. And I can't catch these because I do believe these are in Scarlet. So we're just going to leave that there because I don't really have an opinion on those. I really don't. Um, so Dark type. So they gave Bisharp. They gave Bisharp a evolution. I don't know why. And it's a feudal lord. Why? Why did they do that? That is so dumb. Yeah, we're gonna leave it there. Okay, where are we at? Still type. Okay, I haven't used Tinkatong yet. I have found where I can snatch one up, but I haven't used it yet. And I'm not a big fan of any of these others. So we're just gonna go with you, just because I've at least seen you. For the 100th time, I don't actually know its name. Fairy type. Yeah, we're gonna go with Tinkatonk, just because. Starter. I am not a big fan of these starters. What were they thinking? Like, why did you have to have the cutest little cat once again stand up? Like you did this with Litten. He stood up. I don't like that. The fire, I'm not a huge fan of the fire starter. And I don't know what they were thinking with this duck. This thing looks retarded. So yeah, we're just gonna go with that again, just because I do like it. It is the starter that I chose, but technically I'm actually playing the game right now with all 3, and right now we're on the second evolution in our playthrough. I I don't like these starters either. I can't stand them. Okay, gimmick form. Like, what is this? These are not a gimmick form. These are a completely different Pokemon. Okay, I don't know why this is even here. Actually, all three of these are new Pokemon. Or sorry, are all four. All four of these are brand new Pokemon. I don't know why these are even here. Yeah, I don't know why. So we're gonna pick a Tauros. I don't know which Tauros that is. We're just gonna pick one. Legendaries. These are legendaries. I thought these were just. Oh, good grief. Okay, so I'm not. Like, I know these two are definitely not. This trash pile is a legendary. Are you kidding me? I don't even want to pick one of these. So far, Violet and Scarlet have been the worst Pokemon games to have ever been made. I don't like these games at all. They're terrible. Like, the most I've been doing here lately is just surprise trading. Trying to see if I can surprise trade my way to a full Pokedex. Um, and that's all I've been doing with it. It is absolutely terrible. I don't know what any of these legendaries are. I'm just going to go with the box legendary, even though it's not a legendary. Favorite Pokemon of all from this series? We I need to put you on there just because you, this guy right here, and this guy are the main reasons why I bought Violet. And Valiant, I think Valiant is probably the coolest Pokemon in the entire set. Like, forget any of the others. Just grab yourself a Valiant. That's all you need. You really don't need anything from the set. Okay, so overall, this line here is our favorite of all of these that we've chosen so far. So our favorite normal out of all of them is definitely going to be Eevee. Our favorite fire of all of these. Um, Honestly, I'm going to put Arcanine there as my favorite fire. It is not my favorite starter, which is going to be a whole nother animal. Um, but as far as just a normal Pokemon that is fire type that is not a starter, it's going to be Arcanine. With water, it's going to be Gyarados. I absolutely love Gyarados. Grass types here, it's going to be Leafeon. Absolutely has to be Leafeon. We need Jolteon. We need Glaceon there. Favorite fighting type? Okay, so I think I've got that over there. So that's going to be kind of a problem because, yeah, that is a problem. We're not going to worry about it. Favorite fighting type, we're going to go ahead and go Gallade there. Favorite poison type, that's going to be Nidoking. Easy pick there. Favorite ground type? Well, we'll just go. We'll go with Larvitar. Mostly because Larvitar and Pixelmon drops emeralds, and I hunt those like crazy. Favorite flying. We're gonna go with Noivern on that. I absolutely love him. Favorite psychic. Yeah, we got to grab our Espeon. Favorite bug type. Favorite bug type. Yeah, we gotta go. We gotta go with the Orbeetle. I love that gimmick of it being this giant spaceship. Just way too much. It's amazing. I love that thing. What is this? Favorite rock type? Uh, this is gonna be a tough one. I already know what I'm gonna pick, but really, Tyrantrum should be the one that I pick here. But I love Lycanroc way too much. Lycanroc is just way too cool. I love it. Um, Favorite ghost type? Really, I don't really use ghost types, and as much as I love doing the gimmick of naming a Ghastly, Rick Ghastly, I gotta go with Misdrevious on this. Misdrevious is my favorite ghost out there. Especially considering that once you get it and you can get Misdrevious, uh, sorry, Miss Magus. Absolutely love that. Dragon absolutely is Shalmance. I love Shalmance to death, even though I've never used it. Favorite dark is definitely Umbreon. Favorite steel, I've got to go with Sizor on that. Favorite fairy uh, is definitely Sylveon. Favorite starter of all time has got to be Charizard. I'm sorry, Infernape, but if I get the option to use Charizard, I will. I've already proven that in Violet because I did some surprise trades. I got a Charmander. I was like, ooh, and then I got a Ditto, and I was like, there you go, breed them up, and bred me up a Charmander. So I actually have all three starters from the game. So I have Fuecoco, Quaxel, and the cat, whatever the cat's name is. I can't think of it. Favorite gimmick? Favorite gimmick? I've got to go with the Orbeetle. I just think that the giant spaceship is just too cool. Like it is so much fun seeing that thing. Um, it is as far as like my favorite gimmick. It is the it's one of the worst. I think the Terra still Terra still is Zy- uh, whatever the Terra is probably the worst. I think the Gigamax is the next. Z moves were actually pretty cool, though very few of them were actually useful and really didn't matter that much. Mega Evolution was definitely the one they need to bring back and keep going with. Absolutely love Mega Evolution, but this Gigantamax of this giant spaceship that is a Pokemon was absolutely hilarious to me. I loved it. Favorite legendary. Favorite legendary. You know, I absolutely love Victini, but I feel like I've got to go with Mewtwo on this. Xerneas is really cool. I do love the Galarian Articuno. Rayquaza has always been really cool. I love Lugia. Lugia is awesome. Darkrai is really cool. But yeah, I've got to go with Mewtwo. I just absolutely have to. And that just leaves us with our favorite Pokemon, hands down. And I mean, there's really only one pick here. My absolute favorite Pokemon. I have it everywhere. I've got keychains. I've got Funko Pop Culture figures of it. It's got to be Eevee. Eevee is by far my favorite. In fact, I have Let's Go Eevee on the back of my phone. I have an Eevee like pop thing. I don't know what you call these. The thing that you can hold your phone with. Hopefully that's coming through. Let me. Yeah, you can. No, you can't really see it. I'm gonna have to scoot it up close to the camera, and the camera's not liking that. So yeah, you can see Eevee right there. Um, and just I've got all sorts of things with the Eevee on it. So Eevee has to be my absolute favorite, no doubt. So we got some leftover things here. We're not doing the team because the team is just going to be too ridiculously painful. Favorite regional bird. I'm not big with the birds, but I do have to go with Rookidee. I don't really care for its evolutions, but Rookidee will forever be something in my memory because of just how quickly I found a shiny of that. Favorite regional mammal. We're gonna have to go with the Galarian Zigzagoon because I do love its final evolution. Favorite bug? Favorite bug? Uh, Okay. Hmm. They don't even really have all of them because they don't have Joltik on there. Joltik would be my favorite, but Joltik's not listed. I'm probably gonna have to go with Wurmple. I really love Wurmple. Wurmple's really cool. Favorite pseudo legendary. That's gotta be Shalmance. Shalmance is my favorite. Favorite Pikachu clone. Favorite Pikachu clone. I know which one's my least favorite. Yeah, we're gonna have to go with Mimikyu on that one. I really do like Mimikyu, even though I'm not a big fan of that. Ooh, favorite evolution. That's gonna have to be Espeon. I'm sorry, all others. It's gonna have to be Espeon. I almost always have Espeon. Favorite fossil, Tyrantrum. Absolutely. Favorite regional form. That honestly, that's gonna have to be the Galarian Rapidash. I absolutely love that. It looks so cool. Really, technically I should put the Alolan Ninetales, but the Galarian Rapidash is just too. It's got to be that one. What is this? Favorite Gigantamax. Where are you? We already talked about it. It's the Orbital. I love that thing. It's so cool. Favorite baby is actually Riola. I love that thing, though it's very annoying to try and get that and then level it up to Lucario. Favorite box legendary. Favorite box legendary. Yeah, box legendary. This is gonna surprise a few people, but my favorite box legendary is actually Volta. Um, I think that's got the coolest aesthetic, especially considering that they even made it look like the letter Y. So yeah, I think that one's probably absolutely amazing. Though there is an argument to be made for Lugia because Lugia is pretty cool. Favorite mythic? I don't really have a favorite mythic. Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. That would either be Darkrai or Victini. We can't really put both. I have Victini. Well, no, I've got Darkrai somewhere. Darkrai is also in here. Hmm. I'm just gonna put Victini down there. Just put favorite Ultra Beast. I don't like the Ultra Beast. I do not like these at all. Like Sun and Moon is one of the few games where I just couldn't. I didn't play enough of it. I didn't go through and catch all the Ultra Beasts. I didn't care about them. I didn't really care about a good chunk of the Pokemon that came out of that. Yeah, we're just gonna go with you. Favorite Paradox Pokemon? Yeah, that's gonna have to be Valiant. I love Valiant. Favorite type? Let's take a quick look at our starters. Fire, 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 water, fire, fire, grass, fire. uh, Probably my favorite type is fire, don't you think? Favorite Pokeball? Ooh, Luxury Ball. Absolutely is. Favorite Viviolan? Again, I don't know why. There's just something really cool about the pink one. I don't know what it is about that one. I don't even know what region that one was originally from. I think that was like the Netherlands or something. I don't really remember, but for some reason, I've always just been drawn to that one. I don't really care about this. Alcremie, I have no idea. Favorite new evolution? Um, hmm. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and put Espeon because, like I said, I almost always have to put an Espeon on my team. And you'll notice that Espeon appears quite a few times throughout all of this because it was our favorite psychic in Gen 2. It is our favorite psychic overall. And then it is our favorite evolution and the new favorite evolution. So yeah, that's gotta be one of my absolute favorites. The only reason I've got Eevee as my absolute favorite Pokemon amongst all of them is simply because I always have to go out there, get an Eevee, and then start breeding them. Ever since they've made that a mechanic that is easily doable in order to get shiny variants, it's been something I've always done. Um, Scarlet and Violet's the only one I haven't done it in so far, but I'm actually trying to level up my starter Pokemon to where we get their third evolution, and then get rid of them because I don't like them. I can't stand them. They need to go away. So yeah, that is all this said and done. That is our list for our favorite Pokemon in any category. I don't really care about Spinda. Spinda's kind of dumb. So there you go. There is our full thing. I am actually going to take a screenshot of that. And then we're going to put this over in paint.net. Go ahead and expand canvas and put that there. I'll get to editing that and hopefully use that as our thumbnail for this video. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed all that. Tell me what your thoughts are down in the comments section. Let me know what kind of Pokemon are your favorites in some of these categories. And maybe even go and make a video of this yourself. I mean, like I said, PM7 did this first, and then M&J TV did it, and now I've done it because of M&J or Mikey. Ooh, excuse me, however you want to say that. But yeah, that's it. We've got it completely filled out, and I hope you guys really enjoyed. And if you've really liked me going over this, talking about some of them, even if we had a horrible section of me trying to remember Pokemon names. Yeah. If you got through that, please leave a like. And if you loved it, think about subscribing and come back for more randomness because we do cover probably way too many things on our channel. We should probably focus in on something. But considering that I focus in on Minecraft for over a year and we hadn't even gotten above 50 subscribers, and we're almost at 200 videos. And I've seen channels with even less have a lot more subscribers. It really makes me wonder what I'm doing. Like, I'm not even joking about that. There's a channel out there that has 2 videos. They have nearly 3,000 subscribers. What am I doing? Hit that subscribe button for me, and I'll see you in the next one.